Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. And I'm sorry I'm late. I'm just going to have to really keep an eye on time today. Let me just get back to my clock. That's it. So I'm sorry about this. I started tidying up, and before I knew it, it was 1 o'clock, and I still haven't done half of what I planned to do. But anyway, you don't want to hear my household stresses and strains. So I hope you can all join me. I thought what I'd do today is that blue look that I did on Instagram the other day. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to use my La Prairie foundation because I plan to use it up. Hello, Jackie. Nice to see you today. And of course, I told my family I was going live at 1 o'clock. And what do? They all start ringing me at 1 o'clock. Even when I tell them, they do it. They forget, you see. So, and someone else just said hello. Let's see who that was. Hello, Pamela. Oh, hugs from Indiana, USA. So I'm just putting on my La Prairie foundation because I intend to start using it a lot. And it does look beautiful on my skin. And then I'm getting a bit obsessed with blue. Hello, Helena. Wow, I haven't seen you for ages, Helena, but then nobody's seen me for ages either. How are you, Helena? So, yes, this is my very expensive foundation. And I'm just going to dab on a little bit more. You're excited for the blue. Yes, I am too. Now, I don't know when... Does anyone know? Hello, Shahina. Hello, Pamela. Does anyone know when she's bringing it out? Has anyone got any dates? Hello, Shoshana. Oh, I need to give a shout out to Shoshana. Shoshana has started out a channel called Not Fit for Print Beauty, and she did a review of glosses, and she's just so knowledgeable about and goes into depth about all different glosses. You definitely got to go over and show her some love. Okay, Not Fit for Print Beauty. All right, that's what it's called. And we all want to support you, don't we? All the Ali Pallies are going to come over and support you. So, so there is my La Prairie. Now, I don't know if you can see behind me. Can everyone see the chair? I have got an egg chair, a Jacobsen egg chair. I must tell you the story. While I'm putting my concealer and my foundation on. Hello! Oh, thank you. Oh, you just subscribed to... I was just thanking you for subscribing to me, but of course, you're already subscribed to me. Great stuff. Now, yes, I have an egg chair, you know, like they had on Big Brother. And I must tell you the story of this egg chair because everybody knows these Jacobsen egg chairs now. They're quite common, but back in the 60s, they were quite trendy and not many people had them. Right, so they swivel round. Can you see what I'm talking about? My egg chair behind me. Let me just turn my camera there. Can you see my egg chair? So you can see the top of it. And I'm going to do a Ask Ali in my egg chair, I think. All right, so, but in the 60s, hardly anyone had them. Never seen them, anything else. But let me tell you, I grew up. I was born in 1970. I grew up with an egg chair, and that is the egg chair. It's been recovered since, but that is the egg chair that I grew up with. And when it came on Big Brother and they were like, that's a really cool chair, that's a really cool chair, I said, but I've had one of those for years. Like in our house, we had one growing up. Anyway, my dad always said, if anything happens to me, I want you to have the chair because it's very, very comfortable for my back. And I just love it. It's not even the looks, it's the comfort. It's just for my height. It's perfect. It's really, really supportive of my back. And he said, if anything happens to me. So, of course, we're having to clear out Dad's place. And because he's now in a nursing home and his room isn't big enough for the chair. So I have the chair. And I've got to do something in it because I just think it will be so cool to sit in the chair. You're 1972. You're also 1970. Yeah. August, the 18th of November. 9th of May for me. 9th of May. So, yes. Can you see the chair? So I'm going to do a kind of Ask Ali in my egg chair. And I'm going to swivel round and say, hi. Because I think that would be really funny. So I'm just putting some of that concealer on. And I'm making sure that I put quite a bit on my eyelids. Because, as you know, when you're using blue and you've got a yellow undertone, it's not going to show up very well. It is, but it's going to do funny things and change colour and all of that. I'm not an Aries, I'm a Taurian. Yes, I'm a Taurian. I've got a lot of Taurus and Gemini in my chart, which is probably why I'm a bit of a performer and like doing my YouTube channel. I don't know if people, a lot of people don't believe in horoscopes, but when I have my chart done, when you have your chart done about all the signs, not just your sun sign, it was so true that I just couldn't really deny that there must be something to it. You know, like your creature comforts, Taurus rules the throat, and lots of singers are Taurians. It's just everything. And then Gemini, because I've got a lot of Gemini in my chart, you know, the chattiness, the fact that I can talk for Britain. So, the Chinese zodiac is always crazy. So we're all year of the dog, aren't we? Is anyone is it the rooster the year before? I think it was rooster the year before. You're a pig. Was it pig the year before dog? I know about dogs because obviously I am one. Which sounds really funny, but I know that we like justice and fairness. What do pigs like? Oh, the year after the dog is the pig. What do pigs like? What's the kind of... I think my mum was a pig. You're a pig too. Ah, before. Okay. So what are pigs? Pigs love luxury. Well, that makes sense. Of course. But you see, Taurians love creature comforts and luxury. I haven't got round to doing my review yet on my foot and leg products, but I've got to do a separate video on it because it needs a whole video to itself. And I'm going to sort of single out certain must-have products in case you don't want to be obsessed like me and go and order them all, because I was just so... They gave me so much pain relief. That's like, if something relieves my pain, that's it. It's worse than makeup. I have to get the stuff, anything that's going to make my life more comfortable. But the company is called Margaret Dabbs, or the person is called Margaret Dabbs, and I've been trying out and testing her foot care and leg care products. She also does hand care products. Now, I have got a few blue items to show you. I'm a pig, you're a pig. Yeah, we'll probably get taken off for being offensive to one another and not meeting community guidelines. But we're talking about the Chinese years, everyone, okay? Now, I've got a few blue products because I'm just getting obsessed because I can't wait for Charlotte Tilbury to bring out her blue eyeshadow. Now, where's the other one I've got? Now, I was a bit annoyed. I went into a department store the other day, and Jack was with me, and he went, oh, Mum's in the makeup section. And, oh, what we're going to do, and all of this. And because he knows, and I said, it's all right, I just want a cobalt blue eyeliner. And they kept telling me to go to Urban Decay. And I said, I've had one of those, and I wasn't that impressed. Anyway, eventually I ended up at the Estee Lauder counter because they seemed to be the only one that had one. And I tried it out in my hand. I said, yes. And she said, oh, we've only got one left. Ordered it. Shoshana knows this story. Got home and she'd given me the wrong one. It's navy, but it's still very nice. So this is the Double Wear navy eyeliner. So I'll show it you anyway. But I was a bit annoyed because they do an electric cobalt, which is the one that I was really after. Okay. Now, because I didn't manage to pick that up and I was very annoyed, I was in the supermarket, Asda. Excuse me a minute, I've just dropped something on the floor. So I was in the supermarket, Asda, the other day, and I saw my favourite drugstore, Cobalt. And I actually haven't found many that would beat this. And this is by L'Oreal, and it's called Infallible. And I've used this a lot in the past, but my one's getting quite old. So I thought I'd get another one, and it's called I've Got the Blue. And this one is lovely, and it stays in the waterline. Look at that, right? And it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. So that one is called L'Oreal Infallible Gel Crayon 24 Hours. It stays in the waterline. It's the one I've used the most. I tried an Urban Decay one, and it wasn't as good as this, right? And I went back to using this one. So that is I've Got the Blue. This is Estee Lauder. This is very good. It's double wear. It doesn't smudge. Once it dries down, it's very good. But this one, if you want a cobalt blue in the meantime, for some reason, the lid doesn't seem... there we go. Doesn't seem to want to stick on. But then, and I haven't tried this, Fenty's got one. You're quite right, Shoshana. I haven't ordered the Fenty one yet. But then, next to it in the supermarket was this. And now this is navy. It's not cobalt. But it was $2.99. And I can't resist trying drugstore because often they're just as good. And it's a pen, one of the felt tip type eyeliners. So I'm going to show you that, but I haven't used this yet because I only got it yesterday. But it's a navy blue. And it's just like, so it's a felt tip. So it's a bit like Charlotte's felt tip liner, but $2.99. And this is by... I think it's, yes, Collection, it's called. So if you're in the UK, I think you can get Collection in Superdrug or in Asda supermarket. I don't know if you can get it in the States, but they do very reasonable makeup. And if you're looking for a bold colour that you can't find anywhere else, Collection are normally quite good. So that's their navy one. So I might try that today as it's a felt tip one. But I thought I'd recreate this look that I did the other day. And I used the Icon palette. Now, let me just take this. So this is the Icon palette. And I hope those of you that really wanted this managed to snap yourselves a bargain at Christmas, because this was reduced at Christmas. It was reduced at John Lewis, and a few places had reduced it. They were selling them off for something like £35. Hello, Stacey. There's a few people that have probably joined, and I haven't said hello. Hello, Stacey. You were cleaning too. I've been cleaning. And you know what? It still doesn't look like I've done much. But just getting the washing sorted out and everything else. It's amazing how long these things take to do. So what I did is I'm going to do it in slightly different order because I wasn't... Oh, now, before I finish off with the blue products. Now, this was a recommendation from Shoshana via Nadine Baggett. And this is a mascara primer, and it's by Max Factor, called False lash effect. Now, I don't know whether you can get this in the States, but Shoshana's managed to get hold of it. So if you want one, no, you haven't missed much. I've been talking about Blue Eye products, so I can put all the details later on in the description bar. Now, this is a primer, and it's cobalt blue. It really is mad when you put it on. Now, this isn't supposed to be a blue mascara. It's supposed to be a primer. And the idea is, you know, like when I was younger, my hair has always been very dark brown. Obviously, there's dye in it now to cover up some of the grey. But if you look at my roots, it's very dark brown, bordering on black. But when I was younger, it was blue-black, you know, really dark black. Now, I think the idea, the concept of this is the more blue that you have underneath, the blacker your lashes will look. So the idea is to put this on as a primer and then put your black over the top, and it's just going to make your lashes look blacker. But I actually use this as a primer for, and this is the other thing that I got, because I just got obsessed with blue. And it's probably a bit too much blue, but there you go. I'm always one for excess. Bad Gal Bang have now got a blue mascara. And I love Bad Gal Bang. It's very similar to my all-time favourite Upward Lash. Nothing's ever going to come close to that, but it's closest to Upward Lash. And if you see this, this is the mascara. And that is actually a mascara. So I'm going to put that on today. And I had that on the other day. Now, I'll probably go in a bit over the top using blue mascara and blue eyeliner and everything else. But I just loved it. It was fun. You might want to do, if you're using blue mascara, use black eyeliner. And if you're using blue eyeliner, use black mascara. But I'm just going to do both because I've always been a bit crazy and I don't care. All right, so let's get on with this look. I'm just going to get my eyeshadow brushes out. And I'll go and pick up my son covered in blue eye makeup. I want a, come on, eyeshadow brushes. Where are you all? I have got that and I've got that. Okay, I was looking for my liner one as well. What have I done with my liner brush? There you are. There's my liner brush. That'll do. So, first on in, I'm going to use, now, you know that Charlotte doesn't have any mattes in this, but these I always consider to be matte. They're not quite matte, but they're sort of got a sheen on them, but they're not sparkly and shimmery. So what I did is I built up in the socket, I built up some browns. So first on in, I'm going to go in with, I'm just looking at the ones that are not, yes, I went in with this one here. So this one here, and I built that up in the socket. So the idea is that we're going to have blue contrasting with brown. So you can all chat away to me now and ask me questions while I'm concentrating on doing this. Oh, navy mascara. Yeah, you see, I don't know why Charlotte hasn't brought out some coloured mascaras. Maybe she will. Now, if you see, just a little tip, just because I've remembered, try and hold, when you're blending in the socket, try and hold your brush at the end, because what happens is, this was a little tip, when I did my makeup sort of artistry course when I was 18, is when you're blending, it's always better to hold the brush at the end, because then you're not pressing the pigment into the skin, and it's allowing you to blend it properly. If you hold it here, you're more likely to press, and then when you press, then you've got to work harder to blend it out because you've pushed it into the skin. So hold it at the end. Always blends better if you do that, and then just give it a little wiggle. I forgot that tip for years, and when I remembered it, it really made a difference. So that is just using that colour that I showed you. And then I'm just going to build it up, and I'm going to use a little bit of this and a little bit of this. So next on up, that next one, and just gradually getting it more and more into that socket. And then the really dark one, which is this one. But just on the ends. I've missed you. I've missed you all too. I've been settling my dad into the nursing home, and I do feel bad because I don't know whether I'm going to have a chance to visit my dad today. But I just was absolutely exhausted this morning, and I've got a hospital appointment in London tomorrow. And I just know when my body's saying, slow down or you're going to get ill. But I just seem to spend my entire time feeling guilty that I'm not doing something, either not visiting my dad or not spending enough time with my son. And yeah, I never stop. Or I'm not doing my channel. But I don't feel guilty about that. I actually feel annoyed about that I don't get a chance for my channel. I actually said to my son, because he said he wasn't feeling well this morning, but I think he was trying it on a bit. I said, look, if you really don't feel well, go to the medical room. But I said, don't go at 1 o'clock, because if I have to call off my video, I said, if you're really ill, you're really ill. Right, they can call me anytime. But I said, if I get called at 1 o'clock to come to the school saying you're not well, and then you come back and I hear you upstairs playing on your PlayStation, there'll be trouble. I said, if you're going to be that ill, then make sure you're so ill that you can't play your computer games when you get home. I think he got the message. I haven't done yet. We've got him though a tablet. So I'm going to download some on the tablet via Audible. Yes. Whatever we're doing, we feel guilty for not doing more. Absolutely. And you just got to say, enough. I need time to myself. Now, I'm just going to mix these darker two shades here and here and just take a little bit of that underneath. You see, if my dad was able to speak, he'd be telling me to go and rest. But he can't speak, and that's the difficulty, is that before he could pick up the phone and give me a call. I don't know what I've done there. But he can't do that now. My cheek peaks are suddenly showing. Anyway, so that is it. So basically you want it doesn't have to be the icon palette for this bit, but you want some warm shades into the socket and build up the intensity. Okay, and then you're going to take your finger with the blue shadow, which is here, and you're just going to press that onto your lid. So it's going to be a huge contrast with the browns. The brown of your eyes and the brown that you built up in the socket. Now, the only thing about this shadow is that it's so creamy when you apply it with your fingers that you have to kind of go back and blend it out. Otherwise, it looks a bit stark. Be very good for doing a cut crease, this, because it looks like you've got a line, a shadow, but we can sort that out in a minute. Okay, and then, now with this look, if you're doing this look, be prepared for halfway through thinking, that looks ridiculous. I can't go out like that. It's one of those looks where you have to keep going and don't abandon it until you actually finish the look. Because once you get your mascara on and once you get your eyeliner and your lipstick, it all comes together. But when you've got it at this stage, you think, oh, so don't worry about that, okay? And especially if you're not putting your foundation on. If I did this the other day before applying my foundation and it looked awful, right? Because you really have to have quite a flawless complexion for it. All right, so there is the blue shadow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the smudge brush now and I'm going to take a mixture of that darker and that medium brownie shade and just take it into my socket to blend out the blue a little bit and make a complete contrast with the blue, because otherwise it just looks a bit too much of a line. All right, and then this highlighter that's on here, oh, my lighting's playing funny tricks again. This highlighter here, I'm just going to dab a little bit on the center of my lid. Really good tip if you've got hooded lids, this, because it just makes your eye look more concave and therefore it makes this look further back. It's just playing tricks. Something weird has happened again with my lighting, hasn't it? Hello, Robin. Oh, I've got TSB texting me now and it's probably a scam. Right, and then I'm just going to do this and do this. Right, did someone just join us? Oh, Robin. Everyone's saying hello to you, Robin. All right, then I'm going to get my navy eyeliner, which I didn't do the other day, but I'm going to use this navy eyeliner. Okay, I'm going to have to speed up and finish off because it looks like somebody has tried to clone my card. And I'm going to have to ring TSB before I go and pick up my son. But I'm not going to reply to that text in case it's a scam. I am going to call TSB. And of course, it could be my dad's card, because he was a victim of fraud before, which didn't help when he became unwell. So this is the navy eyeliner. And I'm just going to put a little bit down there. Now, what works really well with this... Now, the reason I'm doing navy and not the cobalt blue is because I'm going to use cobalt blue mascara. What goes really well with this is if you then use the eye cheat in your waterline, which I'm going to do. Okay. And then I'm going to use this eye primer. Yeah, I've had, do you know what? I've had texts from banks saying, your account's been suspended, log on here, and it hasn't. So I don't trust texts. But in that situation, I just ring the bank and say, is this a scam or is it you? Oh, don't worry, I will. But I'm not interrupting this. Been too many things disrupting. I will sort it out, don't worry. Especially if it's someone scamming me. I'm sure TSB would ring me up, to be honest. So this is the primer. Like so. And it's called Max Out Blue Primer. Now this is meant to put under black, but you can put it under blue as well if you want, especially if you've got dark lashes like me. Because then it makes the blue show up. And then, Bad Gal Bang, blue mascara. Wait till you see my lashes now. This really takes me back to the 80s. I love it. I love, love, love it. How crazy is that? Now, of course, if you don't feel as bold as this, you could do black mascara with this on the tips. But I just think it makes brown eyes pop. Do I look crazy yet, guys? I'm doing the goldfish face. And you can just build it up until you really walk around looking completely blue, blue, blue. My other half's coming over this evening. He's going to say, what you got on your eyes? Now, obviously, you need to do your brows. I'm going to do my brows later. And I'll do a picture on Instagram so you can all see the final look. And I'll put it on the community as well. Now, what I'm going to do for my cheeks is I'm going to use the Pillow Talk wands, the new Pillow Talk wands. Just bear with me. And I'll be right back. But those are my lashes. Look at that. Okay, pillow talk. Pillow talk wands. So, first on, I'm going to use Pillow Talk Medium as a blush. Something nice and peachy. Make sure when you're doing this that you've got all the blue off your finger from when you applied it to your lids. Otherwise, you don't really want blue cheeks. That's going a bit far. I know it sounds like I'm stating the obvious, but you wouldn't believe how many times I've done it. Or glitter, glittery, shimmery eyeshadow ending up all over my face. I love this because it really is quite subtle, but it just makes you look naturally flushed. Really love this. I wish my lighting had stopped playing up. Now, and then I'm going to put the Pillow Talk highlighter, I call it. Pillow Talk Original Beauty Light Wand. I don't know why she called it original and didn't just call it a Pillow Talk highlighter. But there you are. So I'll just squeeze some of this on here. A lot of you said that you preferred this to the original Beauty Light wand because it's just not as stark. And then I'm going to put some of this in here and in here. Bit down my nose. Top of my lip. A lot of you talking about Viseart palettes. You know what? I've been tempted by them, but I don't own one. Never owned one, but I've been very tempted because I do like the colours. Right, and then I'm going to finish off doing what I did for my look the other day. Now, if you want to really accentuate, what you can do is, let's be bold. Let's be bold if I can find it. What have I done with it? Here it is. You can go over that navy at the top with this I Got the Blue by Max Factor. And it's really going to accentuate the blueness in that mascara. Now, what I like this for more, I don't normally use it this way, but this really works well in the waterline and it stays put. It is, as I said, the most beautiful cobalt blue. But, you know, if you want to just accentuate what you've done with your mascara, in for a penny, in for a pound, it's the same kind of cobalt blue. And then I'm going to finish off by using my all-time, and I mean my all-time. I must own, I did sort of make a bit of a guesstimate of how many lipsticks I own. And I would say I own at least 130 lipsticks. And that is a conservative estimate. And of all the lipsticks I own, this is my favourite. And it is the Daniel Sandler Micro Red. It is the perfect red. It is moisturising, but it's not so moisturising that it slides off in 2 minutes. It it stays put reasonably long for a bullet lipstick, but it doesn't, it's not like some that stay put that then dry your lips out. It smells nice. It looks nice. The pigment is gorgeous and the price is excellent. And the person that made it is a lovely man. So it's just, and the packaging is lovely. It just feels reasonably heavy, understated, but wonderful. I'm going to show you that. And I'm just going to line my lips with Charlotte's Kiss and Tell. Now, if you don't want to use a bright red lipstick with blue, I understand. The other thing you can do is go for a kind of peachy shade of lipstick or a baby pink. Now, I'm not going to fill these in because I want you to see Daniel's lipstick as it is. Because it's just gorgeous. Everyone needs this lipstick in their life. And what I often do, and I did the other day to finish off, is I take a little dab on my finger, guaranteed then to pull the look together, and just put a little bit in the centre of my cheeks. Just to pull it all together. Yes, red would work on a fair complexion. And the other thing about this lipstick, if you don't want to apply it like I've done, you can just put it on and dab it on and build it up as a stain. It works, look, you can see it works really well for doing that. So if you're a bit nervous of using it at first, just apply it like that and it will come up really well as a stain. And then you can gradually build it up. So you can have it for the day as well. But this is about £14. It is just a lovely lipstick. I love it. My all-time favourite. And I've got MAC Ruby Woo, which is, you know, an infamous red lipstick. And I've got Charlotte's Red Carpet Red. But this, to me, in terms of the formula, it just feels perfect. I love it. It's not to say you will, but to me, it's my favourite. So, that is my look, guys. I know I will be back. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry I can't join you tomorrow. I hope all of you I hope nobody was expecting to see me tomorrow because I've got a hospital appointment. I'm now getting texts from my other half. No one wants to give me my hour off. I don't know. But I will see you a week on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. But I will be doing, in the meantime, I will be doing some video reviews. So stay tuned to Ali M's Beauty. And I'll see you all soon. Take care. Love you all. Mwah! I'll put a picture of me with my brows done on Instagram and on community chat later. All right, take care. Love you.